My hair smells like burnt mushrooms.
I'll lick your teeth if you want.
How does one turn on a wand?
Welcome. I'm Kat.
I'm Hunter.
And we are your Fairy Gaymothers Sorta. Well, new year, same us. Aren't you glad?
Aren't you glad we didn't change at all?
But you know what? It was a huge year.
Huge year.
Huge year for us.
For us.
Huge year for the world.
Yeah.
Huge year for the gays.
Huge year for the gays. Probably one of the last years for the world. For the gays.
Well, sorry. Well, by now, you probably know how it works. So we are fairy gay mothers kind of in training, and being a fairy gay mother is something that we have completely made up ourselves, patent pending, rights restricted by us. I will hunt you down.
For sport.
But what does it mean to be a fairy gay mother? Well, that's an excellent question that I've just posed to myself. So being a fairy gay mother is really about trying to better yourself, trying to better the world around you, and doing it in a queer way. So that can be queer as in gay, or queer as in a little strange, a little outside the norm, going outside the box, going outside the binary.
Oh, okay.
Just being funky about your being. So we like to start off these episodes by highlighting a fairy gay mother, sometimes of the week, sometimes of recent, sometimes it's a fairy gay mother we've plucked out of history and we just want to talk about them.
Absolutely.
And as this is going to be a bit of a year recap, year ahead episode, we want to look back on some gay moments of 2025 and highlight a couple different fairy gay mothers.
Absolutely. These are the 2025 Fairy Gay Mother callouts. First off, I would like to say huge congrats to Pee Wee Herman for coming out posthumously.
Congratulations and rest in peace, his king.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a P, there's a we.
Where there's a her, there's a man.
Isn't that apt?
Next we have
Cole Escola, first non-binary actor to win actor in a leading role. Tell me if that's wrong at the Tony Awards.
I didn't write it down.
Oh, I believe that's correct, but I will.
Tony is the most important part of that sentence.
Yes, first non-binary person to win a Tony. Oh, Mary, I have not seen it yet, but it is at the very top of my bucket list. And I love Cole Escola. Watch them in Search Party, magnificent show, and they can do no wrong in my books.
EGOT, here they come.
EGOT, here they come.
Okay, next we have Vivian Wilson, Elon Musk's daughter. And she's so pretty.
She is like gorgeous.
Dead gorgeous.
And I personally really just admire people who set out to be the exact opposite of everything that their fathers hold
specifically
dear.
Their fathers.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah. Actually, I saw a TED Talk recently that was about how disappointing your parents is like the biggest slay, because it's how you like can be true to yourself or whatever. So just like so much props to Vivian.
Huge props to Vivian.
Hot and smart, crazy combo.
Vivian Wilson. Oh my gosh. I was like, is her name Vivian Westwood? I think that's taken.
I almost said that earlier and I was like, I think that's a necklace brand.
Yeah.
Or it's a designer.
She's a designer. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of trans models, Alex Consani did so much. Truly, I don't even know if any of it was activism. It doesn't have to be. Just that one meme of her like pulling on her trailer door going, help! Help! Like I quote that all the time. Anytime I'm like in a moderate inconvenient situation, I'm like, help! And then, sorry, I was just kidding.
Okay.
I love the chaotic energy.
She's so perfect.
She's so absolutely like chicken shop date. This is not a very like serious thing, but I love to watch everyone's chicken shop date.
Yeah.
I know all celebrities and actors craft their personality specifically, but I love to see how they react to Amelia Dimoldenberg.
Yeah.
And I use that as a litmus test as to whether or not I like them.
That's so fair, though.
And Alex Consani's chicken shop date, Phenomenal.
Also, just like every interview she ever has, like someone was like, oh, if you weren't a model, like what would you be doing? And she was like, probably math. Gag it. Just
incredible.
like, or like she's like, oh, Francois can have an Aperol Spritz. Like, who else do we have on here? We have Jonathan Bailey winning the Sexiest Man Alive. I feel like we might have talked about that already on the previous episode.
I don't think we did.
And I'm making shit up.
Yeah. But at least we didn't point out that he is the first ever gay man to win GQ. Not GQ, that's Cynthia.
No, that's Man of the Year. People's Sexiest Man Alive. Yeah.
Alive.
He played that brilliantly. To play a man in Jurassic Park with slutty little glasses who was supposedly supposed to be Scarlett Johansson's love interest. Or situationship interest.
Did they kiss?
I don't remember.
We literally watched that like 2 nights ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like they didn't.
I feel like they didn't kiss, but there was tension.
Yeah.
Moving on, we also have Gabby Windey and Robbie Hoffman getting married. Just what a win for the gays.
I love gay weddings, and I believe they eloped, and I love an elopement.
Yeah. I think it was like a very chill.
So chill.
Like they posted photos in like a basement of sorts. Like
yeah.
Or in a gymnasium, something like that. Like something silly.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love an ornate wedding that has things draping from the ceiling and floral arrangements everywhere.
Like that wedding in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
Literal. Yeah.
Dream wedding.
I love an ornate, beautiful, spectacular
the Breaking
wedding.
Dawn wedding. Beautiful.
Literally. Christine from Selling Sunset, your wedding. It was gorgeous.
But there's something about a quickie.
There's something about a quickie. It's just
like, wow.
It's magical to me.
It is magical because I'm like, wow, how in love do you have to be like, I'm not waiting.
Be like, yeah, no, let's just like go.
I just want to be your wife.
Yeah.
Moving on. We're done. That was the list of 2025 gay callouts, Fairy Gaymothers callouts. There's plenty more, I'm sure.
Oh, tons.
I just happen to not remember them at this current moment in time because sometimes I hate it when something works out for a gay person that's not me.
Exactly. So these are the ones where we could get over our jealousy.
Yeah, these are the ones that I'm like genuinely happy for. Everyone else, count your days.
Alrighty.
Crash Bit Bang.
Yes. So our next segment is our Crash Bit Bangs. Mm-hmm. We like to talk about our little hurdles, vent about our frustrations and our happy times, share them with you all, and give ourselves a little spotlight about something that's not the topic we're going to talk about for that week. Hunter, do you want to start?
Okay, a quick rapid fire crash out. One, the ICE video that the White House put out with Juno in the background of, first of all, like ICE, like let's get that out there. But I just, like the actual White House verified X account tweeted a video of ICE detaining people with Juno in the background. So as ICE is chasing someone down the street, it's like my fuzzy pink handcuffs.
Hello, capital punishment.
And Sabrina Carpenter did the right thing and was like, that's disgusting. But I was just like, I was crashing out. And then the other thing was just that I was convinced that being sick was a mental game and that like I could simply choose not to be. And then now every time I feel like even slightly feverish or whatever, I like have a huge anxiety attack. And so last night I was not feeling great. I feel a little bit congested and I'm fighting my demons right now.
I would also like to, that's so valid. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for validating my feelings first before you rip it apart.
No, we are at my cottage currently on a little retreat for us to get some shit done. And it's super dry in here. Every time I come up here, I like borderline, I either have a nosebleed or feel like I'm going to have a nosebleed at all times.
I had one last night.
Yeah. And so I understand being congested, but
that's actually super helpful to know.
Yeah,
because now I can trick my brain into being like, that's it, and then I'm fine. Yeah. What was your crash out?
My crash out, I have two.
Okay.
The first one is, as we know, as I've talked about before, I have been applying for jobs, and most of the time I'm used to like screaming into the ether and then just not hearing anything back. But I did get a rejection email recently, but this one is super special because of who I received it from. And so I'm going to show this to Hunter now so that everyone can hear and see her reaction.
I'm so curious. Oh my god! No, that can't be real.
Yeah, no, it's real. It's real. For context, this is someone that we went to high school with who now is the head of HR for a company that I applied to. Like, and so it was just really, it was like, I'm almost positive it's like an automated system that they just send it back to. But I got so much joy thinking of them being like, no, I'm gonna reject this one. That just made me laugh hardy hard.
See, I saw the company, I was like, ha ha ha, because what can I say here? Because it had to do with healthcare, and I was like, why did you think that you had qualifications to work in healthcare? But then I saw who sent it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was also like, it's essentially a volunteer position. Like you don't need to have qualifications to work in healthcare. An hour. Literally, yeah.
Wow.
My next crash out, I'm going to try to keep it quick. As we all know, I take Adderall, and every 2 months, I believe, I get a refill. And so I got my notification from the pharmacy that my prescription was ready for pickup. I was like, okay. And so I went to go pick up my prescription, and this pharmacy tech looked at the screen when it came up, and she was like, and I was like, And she was like, you don't have insurance? I was like, no, I don't have insurance. Like, I pay out of pocket for these meds. Like, I need them. It's okay. For context, normally these are about anywhere from 100 to 140 for me to pay
a month,
every 2 months.
Oh, okay.
So it's not bad. And she goes, okay. Well, what's happened is that they've refilled the brand name Adderall instead of the generic that I normally take. And she goes, it's going to be about $600. And I go, oh. She's like, and we're out of the generic. And I'm like, okay.
Did you pay $600?
So, no, thankfully. She's like, I don't know why we haven't gotten the new one in, but, and this is why I always go pick up my prescriptions early. Like, I have it timed so that
so that you have pills left over in case.
She was like, I'm going to order the generic in for you. It should be here. She said by tomorrow, but it was 2 days later. That's okay. So she's a queen and ordered it for me. But holy fuck. $600 compared to $150. And I know people pay plenty for prescription medication, but for me, it was just another reason to hate Doug Ford. And I think we should call an election right now. I don't care that he was just reelected in February.
Okay, bits.
I have two, but they're really short and they're essentially the same thing. One is whenever something inconvenient happens to me, I just like going, I couldn't be happier.
So good.
And then I just can't stop singing for good. It doesn't matter what line. It doesn't matter the circumstance. It doesn't matter the location. I will be singing for good. If I'm not singing it out loud, I'm singing it in my head. And yes, I am breaking down, whether physically, mentally, whatever. I'm singing for good.
And that's why she needs the $600 Adderall.
Actually. That is why, yes.
Okay, for the bang, I have a short one. I did have another one, but I literally cannot remember it, which is so upsetting to me. But just the biggest bang that I'm having right now is with the TV show and book Heated Rivalry. There's something about watching two gay boys falling in love on TV that really gets me. Heartstopper was incredible. Yeah. And now we've stepped it up a notch and we're at Heated Rivalry. Yeah. And it's just, it's all I think about. It is like a very explicitly...
It's crazy.
It's a crazy show and it's a crazy premise. Okay, but what we really need to talk about, what is the bang of it all, is the fact that like, okay, so it's like a secret love affair between two NHL players. Okay, one plays for the Montreal Metros, quote unquote, and the other for the Boston something. The whole thing, one of them is Russian, okay? The other one is Canadian. They're both supposed to be like young. They're both like the best players in the league. There's like a long-term rivalry with them. The awards kind of go back and forth. This whole fucking thing, whether the author wants to deny it now or not, was based off of Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby. This woman made like a series. Like Heated Rivalry is not the only book. It's a series of books based off of, she just watched a game and was like, what if they kissed? And it was like, actually, what if they kissed?
What if they did more than kiss? I saw a TikTok that was like POV watching Heated Rivalry, and it's like, well, the Russians have beat the Canadians again, and their boisterous, mysterious star, Ilya Rozanov, was the leader of it all. And then it flashes. It's like, extremely graphic sex scene. It's like, well, Canada came back and showed the Russians who's boss, led by Shane Hollander, the young star. Flashes extremely graphic sex scene in a hotel room. Like,
and it's a great show, and I would recommend if you are above the age of, what age is appropriate to start watching these things? I don't know.
21.
That's up to your parental discretion, I guess. But for the girlies that were reading like hardcore smut when they were like 9, like the rest of us, like, did I read after when I was like in 3rd grade? Yeah. For that demographic, excellent replacement. Excellent new addition. And also like love that just like these little gay boys are gaining some popularity in TV, and not one of them is going to die. I haven't finished the book series, but there is much that could go wrong.
So much. But hopefully it won't.
But hopefully it won't.
Anyway, my bang.
Yeah.
My bang recently is Canada's Drag Race season 6. Now, I don't watch Drag Race. I love drag. I have seen maybe 3 seasons of like RuPaul's Drag Race, and then I've seen clips, and I like to watch like individual drag queens content, but I don't always watch like the drag shows. I find I don't always love the editing style, and I feel like sometimes a lot of the personalities are the same or very clearly trying to play a specific narrative, and I just don't love to watch that.
No, because if we wanted to see gay people fight, we would just text our group chat.
Exactly. But I saw that the first episode of season 6 of Canada's Dragon Race. Nope.
Dragon Race.
I saw that the first episode of Canada's Drag Race season 6 had like a 9.3 on IMDb. I'm like, that's freaking huge. And I saw someone else say that that's like one of the best IMDb scores for an episode in the Drag Race franchise in a very long time. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll check this out. So I checked it out. First of all, I actually know of a couple of drag queens. Like, that's not that uncommon because we live right outside of Toronto, and there's a lot of drag, like a lot of drag is based in Toronto. But I actually know of some of the queens, including one from London, Ontario, Dulce. Shout out to her. But also, to me, like the drag queens themselves, the contestants, feel so much more queer. Like,
really? What does that mean?
There are there are trans queens. There is a woman. She does both drag queen and drag king. There's also PM, who they do weird drag. They're non-binary and they're from Vancouver, but they just do like incredible alien drag.
Sick.
And so I feel like there's like a lot more diversification of what drag is and what drag can be, because that's one of the reasons I love drag, is like playing with gender and its expression is so much fun. Like I hate when people are like, well, drag is just like men pretending to be women. It's like, no, they are not always glamorizing. It's like literally performing gender. They are performing like femininity, as cis women do every day. They are just taking it to another level. Anyway, so I love that we now get to see that from like a trans perspective. We get to see drag king on the show. Like, and there's a lot of like drama, and there is all that stuff that I do like, and the challenges that I like. But so far I'm locked in. I like it a lot.
I can't say like I'm a RuPaul's watcher myself. I've seen a couple seasons, I think, as one does, like when you're gay.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool if it's more looking at drag as an art form and like a performance than it is the transphobic view that it's just like men dressing up as women, which by the way, you don't need drag to do so.
Well, also like
also, what does that mean?
There's been a lot of transphobia in the drag community. Not recently, I would say it's changed recently, but historically there was a lot of transphobia in drag itself, because it was like, it was a space for cis men to dress up as women, quote unquote. All of that is in quotations. So there were queens who were trans women who wanted to come on the show and do drag. And I believe at one point RuPaul himself was like, that is not what drag is.
Really?
Yeah.
But Sasha Colby, was she the first trans?
So a lot of queens have come out after going on the show.
Okay.
But it was very frowned upon originally to go on the show if you were a trans woman already.
But slay.
Yeah.
Love that for y'all.
Huge slay.
Love that for gays.
Yeah.
I remembered my other bang. Okay. This is huge. Okay. Today, Katrina and I were looking through our like music wrapped. I have Apple Music. She has Spotify. I understand I'm the villain in that story. But we have the same YouTube and we got the YouTube wrap up. And you had said earlier in this episode that you love to watch the chicken shop date interviews to get to know someone. In addition to that, I also love to watch the Snack Wars videos. And I am a ride or die Lad Bible fan. Okay. Specifically Snack Wars. Shout out to Amy, this girl that we met in, literally I spoke to her for 2 seconds.
Ireland.
I met her friends in Ireland. And it's because we were talking about Greg's.
Yeah.
I was talking about like a breakfast food in England, or breakfast place, sorry. And he was like, how do you know Greg's? And I was like, oh, Lad Bible, Snack Wars. And he was like, oh my God, Amy, who's on this trip with me, is working for, anyways, biggest fan of yours, Amy. But I am in the top 1% of Lad Bible viewers. Anyways, I just was like, to be recognized, to be known.
To be known is to be loved.
Known is to be loved. Okay. Thanks for that. It's time to move into the lesson. Katrina, would you like to share what the lesson is for today?
Sure. As is tradition, every new year, people love to look ahead and imagine an ideal life for themselves and come up with resolutions and things that they would love to change. And we thought, no. Why? We would like to do old Yore's Retributions and reflect on things that we did and we were punished for and didn't like. So for this lesson, we're going to talk about know thy errors. Know where you went wrong, because that's how you know how to fix it.
and sit in that for a minute.
But this is part of the curriculum where we have decided to really reflect. And instead of, why look ahead when you can dwell on the past?
And I've always said that.
Yeah. Okay, one I would like to start with is kind of general. I tried this year being nice to men, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. There were many men, especially while traveling, that we made friends with. And then we were like, wow, is there one good man in the world? And maybe we can be genuine friends with them. We would be seeing sights together. We'd be like, oh, let's get dinner and meet up at the night market later. And we'd be like, okay. And then they'd turn around and just say something absolutely transphobic. And we'd be like, okay, ta-ta, goodbye.
Oh my God, yes, I remember exactly who she's talking about.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him. Truly, every man ruined it at one point.
Literally.
Within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Truly did not need longer.
No. I can think of one man we met that entire trip. No, I can think of a couple men. Whisper. This is what I mean. He was nice. He was fine.
Mm-hmm. In response to that, this guy was fine. I read this quote somewhere. I have no idea who came up with it, but it's just the best man you know is an average woman. And that's kind of how it felt every place that we traveled to. And also too, it was they would either ruin it by saying something homophobic, transphobic, racist, whatever, or they would hit on us.
Yeah.
And make a move. And it was oh, after we had both explicitly, it wasn't vibes were unclear.
Yeah. It wasn't oh, they're trying to make a move because that hasn't come up yet. No, it was I was hey, I'm a lesbian. I'm gay. And they'd be but you go both ways, right? Sexuality is fluid, right? It's stop weaponizing our language.
Yeah. No, truly, there was one moment when I remember this. There was a man who, unfortunately, was also from Canada. He had said that, oh, but you play, for both teams, right? And Katrina goes, certainly not.
Certainly not. I just shut that down immediately. Anyway, that was number one for me.
Yeah. Do you have another thing that you tried that punished you?
Yes. So we traveled quite a bit this year, as I have stated. And we had a brief leg in between where we came home for my mom's birthday before we set out on the next leg. So we traveled for 3 months straight, came home for about 3 weeks, and went traveling again. And I tried to be so brave and was you know what? I am not going to worry about really getting into a routine or anything while we're home for that little in-between section, because we're getting on a plane and we're going away again. And I was like, I'm fine with a month in between. Like, that'll be plenty of downtime. Anyway, it turns out I really need routine and I really need downtime to recover and recuperate, because I just spent the first entire really second leg of the trip having a breakdown.
Specifically Portugal, which was the first place we went in the second leg.
Yes. It's a really unique experience to be like, wow, I'm in this new wonderful place doing something so wonderful and I'm really happy to be here. But at the same time, I would love to be not here and at home in my bed, and I'm really sad, but I'm so grateful to be here and I'm really glad to be seeing what I'm seeing and experiencing what I'm experiencing, but I'm having a really bad time. So there's a lot of crying. Hunter was very patient with me.
Oh, thank you.
And I did get through it. But I know now that I need more downtime and I need to be better at establishing routines. Mm-hmm. And it's okay that I need those things.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, you need a routine. I don't think that. I don't think that's true. But there's a little demon in my brain that says, neurodivergent. It was an experience. Yeah. And that's what I set out to have.
Your body certainly punished you for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not having a grot tam, but I had fun. And that's why it's on my old Yore's Retributions list.
Something that I got punished for trying, and certainly should have been punished for, being away from work for 9 months and having the best experiences ever. Subtract Katrina's breakdowns. Like,
I was still having a good time.
Yeah. And like, what an opportunity at 25 to be able to travel and see those things. Like, it was crazy. My 25th birthday was in Thailand. Like, that's so cool. So going back to like working full time at a desk job after that is I'm going to sound like Ellen calling her house prison, but I was like, wow, this is bleak.
Just like after experiencing so much of the world and having so much freedom, not only in your own time, but like freedom of thought, freedom of like experience. Yeah. And yeah, not just going back to a desk job, but like going back to a job that is extremely draining for you. I kept saying to Hunter, I was like, I have seen you sparkle so much this year, traveling and seeing new things and trying new things. And it makes me so sad to see your sparkle so dulled.
And anyways, I think I was aptly punished for going back.
Mm-hmm. I have one more that just came to me.
Hit me with it.
I am typically someone who values function over fashion. I have very specific sensory issues when it comes to clothing in particular. And I also just like have bad joints and muscles and bones. So, you know, for like the literally probably the first 16 years of my life, I exclusively wore running shoes and supportive boots and nothing else. And it's taken me a while to get into sneakers, and then I'm very picky about my sneakers. And for the first leg of the trip, I had my good old Reeboks Double Club C's, and they have never done me dirty, but I did them very dirty.
So dirty.
I took great care of them for like 6 years, and I finally ruined them in Asia, and I had to get a new pair before we left for Europe. And I was looking at some like running shoe options and some sneaker options. And I ended up going with the New Balance 550s because they have like the Ortholite like built-in insoles. Even though I knew that they were kind of a little bit flat for my feet, I was like, whatever, I'll deal with it. And then we were traveling, and maybe a month in, I was like, I'm having a little bit of foot pain. And I was like, whatever. I'm not getting new shoes right now.
I'm breaking down about something else. I don't have time to worry about the shoes.
Exactly. I was like, I'll deal with this when I get home. And the pain only continued to increase. Did I have travel insurance? Yes. Did I have money for new shoes if I really needed them? Yes, I did. And I thought, no, but I don't. No, but I don't. And I shouldn't. And I won't, because I'm going to persevere and I'm going to push through this pain. Women have to stop doing that. Stop pushing through pain. Anyway, we got home and I went to the doctor. Turns out I now have arthritis in my foot. I gave myself arthritis because I wasn't wearing the right shoes and I knew I was in pain and I did it anyway. Why did I do that? Now I permanently have issues with the joint in my toe and plantar fasciitis, which like how embarrassing to say that at 25. Just me, though, not you. It's okay if you have plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, embarrassment is an unproductive
emotion. Yes.
You can be embarrassed that you put yourself in that situation and now you're facing the consequences of your own choices.
Yes.
Actually, every single one of your retributions has been like a little demon in your brain going, don't do it.
Yeah.
And then you listening to that one.
Yeah.
And then hurting yourself.
Yep. I hope my therapist is watching this episode.
Yep. Okay, I thought of one more for me. I don't know if you would get this by looking at me, but I'm not a girl who hikes. Can't say that I'm a hiker. To be fair, I think I would enjoy certain hikes. However, if we're just like hiking through a forest, I've got plenty of those at home. Like, I don't need to actually walk up an incline to see that. Like, I can look at rocks and dirt anywhere. And so, but I was being so brave. I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'll go hiking in my Reeboks, sans grip, and like my worn down Reeboks. Anyways, it doesn't matter, but I have fallen many times. Katrina fully stopped me from falling off a cliff many times. But I did hit my head during one of the hikes. And now I'm suffering with severe memory loss, potentially post-concussion syndrome. I burst my eardrum. I'm pretty sure I hurt my tailbone, and that could be from literally any of the hikes.
Yeah.
And so I think that honestly, that was God telling me to stop.
Yeah.
That was
flat incline only.
Yeah. And I was always born for the beach, not a mountain.
It's true. It's true.
Wow. And now that I know that, I can move on.
With much sunscreen.
With much sunscreen. Melanoma is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now when that whole like mountain versus beach argument comes up and I'm like, oh, like I love both. No. You might love both, but only one loves you. Okay. Now that we've gone through our retributions, things that we were punished for.
Yes.
Hit me with your New Year's resolutions.
My New Year's resolutions. Okay. One of my New Year's resolutions is shutting down the little demon that lives in my brain, who's very negative, because he has a hat on that says, I'm a professional. And so my brain listens to him every time. And yes, he is a man.
Of course he is.
And so my brain listens to him because, oh my gosh, it's like he's a demon in like a logic suit. It's like my brain is like, no, that's not logical. And so that's where, or like I am the voice of reason. I am the voice of logic. That's what he says. Even though I know that's not true. I know it's just a
Never
mustache
trust
and
a man
glasses.
in a suit or with glasses or with mustache or a man.
Anyway, so I would like to start listening to, I guess it's the more delusional side of my brain. Throw logic right out the window and be delusional.
I've heard people are really happy with that. So I love that.
Yeah.
Great resolution.
Thank you.
Mine is I only have 2 because I think we should, if you, shoot for the moon. If you fail, you'll still land amongst the stars, you know?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with having few resolutions, but in my brain it did. And number 1 is that...
Sorry.
What?
I just thought of if you shoot for the moon, like at least you'll land among the stars. And then, well, if you shoot for the stars, just cross your fingers you don't land in Utah. I just said that like a few weeks ago when we were doing something else.
Well, okay, so maybe these goals are just Utah level. I won't. But number 1 is that I want to like start moving my body more. I have fully let my muscles atrophy. I am nothing but a shrew. I don't know what a shrew is.
It's a little mouse-like.
I am nothing but a shrew.
Rodent.
Yeah, I feel like a rodent. And I don't play sports anymore, so like there's no exercise. I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym this year and get so blah. That's not me. I'm not doing it for looks. I'm weak. And I need to stop. And then my second resolution was just that I've recently found out that at parties, when I go and I drink, like as much as I have a great time in the moment, I do suffer from like mad hangover guilt. Like I'm not hungover physically at all, but I'm just like, I feel really bad about myself like the following day. But I never have that problem when I'm stoned. So I think the goal is less alcohol, more weed.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing before you said that out loud. But mine is, so when I drink, sometimes I get the dads, which is the day after drinking shits. You get a little bit of diarrhea afterward because your body's like, what the hell did you do? But I've discovered that I also, and I've never been able to put a name to it, but I did this year when we were in Ireland, that I get a day after drinking depression, which is dadded. So I get dads and dadded. I just like feel so, I don't just get like a lot of like anxiety, but I'm just like, the world is so bleak. Like everything is so
it's like a
bad.
come down from Molly.
Yeah. It's like an insane come down the next day, which makes sense because alcohol is a depressant.
Yes. And I don't need help.
Yeah. It wasn't a hangover, like my body feels bad. And I feel like a lot of the times that's what we blame hangovers on, or like what we see hangovers as is like, oh, well, my body feels bad and I'm hungover and I feel bad. So like I need to take a Tylenol and then I'll feel better. For me, I realized so much of it is mental.
I would rather be throwing up the next morning than to feel like I've made everyone I've ever met upset.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or just that there's like no hope in the world.
Yeah. No, I'm like, literally, what is the point of life? And not in a philosophical way. And I hate that feeling. And so for me, especially like once we got home, also while we were traveling, but once we got home and like we just like weren't going out as much.
Yeah.
And I, would be like sitting at home and having dinner with my parents or whatever, or like celebrating at a barbecue or something. And there was an option of like, okay, well, do I want to have a beer or do I want to have a sparkling water? I don't know. It doesn't matter what the drink options are.
Right.
But just that much less often I would be like, well, I don't really see the benefit in that. And I just ended up drinking way less. I also think, honestly, not working the same job that I was working is huge. I can remember literally being like, well, I need to de-stress. I need to unwind. And the only way I could do that sometimes was by drinking, or the easiest way. I'll say that. Anyway, but we're like veering into addiction territory there, and that's for a different episode.
That's for a different episode. Yeah.
That's for the Know Thy Vices episode.
Yeah, like I feel like I know thy error, and it's going to booze first. Like we were kind of on a booze train in Vietnam. Like I won't lie, we were drinking a lot.
That's part of like what we were doing.
But that's part
of
like the trip that we were doing. But I was gonna say that we physically felt so ill. Like it was the dads, it was a migraine, it was like your body is shutting down, that I think I wasn't as focused on the fact that I was feeling crazy anxiety or like feeling depression, because I was like honestly just trying not to puke on the back of a motorbike.
Yeah.
But then when we got home and I started going to like different parties and things like that, I was like, whoa, like I'm so much less when I'm drunk than I am stoned. Like when you're stoned, like everything is, like you're not doing anything silly. I think I just behave worse when I'm drinking in excess.
Yeah.
Whereas I think everything is just funnier to me when I'm stoned. And so the fact that there's no, like I don't wake up the next morning feeling regret in the same way that I do with drinking. Like I think weed's the way to go. Also, edibles have to be healthier for you than like, like come on. I'm not smoking it. If I like, well,
yeah,
I am, but like not like in this, when I'm going to a party, I'm taking an edible. Yeah, most likely. And that like, there's no lung damage there. I'm just taking a delicious gummy, and. So what? It's a little bit of a sugar kick, I guess. Like,
yeah. I don't want to claim anything about the.
I'm not a doctor.
There are
know.
lots of I'm
sure, there's lots of nuance.
There's tons of nuance there.
Yeah,
but
I'm not training to be a doctor.
I agree. For me, it's like I think I would lean on alcohol more, especially at parties, as like a bit of a social crutch, and.
I do need something for my hand.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're going to loiter somewhere, having a drink in your hand, like whether it be water, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But just like it gives you something to do with your arm.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I do sometimes even feel the like physical effects the next day after like taking an edible. Like I just feel like my brain is a little bit slower.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Not anywhere near what it is for like drinking. I just like can feel that my body isn't like quite sluggier. Right, or like my sometimes my chest feels tight.
Oh yeah,
which
you
is
get
crazy.
Like rapid heart rate.
Yeah, like, and I can't sleep well usually when I take an edible.
Yeah, which is crazy because I'm out like a light.
Yeah,
so like I'm waking up refreshed.
Yeah, so I guess it's just about like knowing how your body reacts to that stuff, and being aware of it and like taking action to
Yeah.
know what the consequences of your actions are going to be is all. Yeah.
If someone in an authoritative position was like, what are your goals? Like, would I be like, more weed? Probably not. But I guess overall, knowing my body.
Knowing your body.
Knowing my body and what it wants. And what it wants is inedible.
What it wants is marijuana.
Money. That's it. More money, more marijuana. The ums.
The ums.
The ums of the new year.
2026 is the year of
Money, marijuana.
Mad bitches.
Mad bitches.
No, I'm kidding. I have no desire to date currently, but
just the money and marijuana for her.
just
please.
yeah. My mad bitches be my beautiful friends.
The M is already in mad bitches.
Mad homies.
I got mad homies, brother. That's a great. Have you seen that meme of like it's the Megamind? It's like no bitches. No, but I got mad homies.
Okay, why don't we do our ins and outs?
Our ins and outs of 2026.
2026.
I have a couple,
Okay.
but we can go back and forth. My in for 2026, bragging. I think we should bring back bragging.
Bragging.
I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're allowed to be proud of yourself.
It's funny to brag.
Like imagine, but bragging about like the most random of things. Like if I go to the fridge, I'm like, ha! I'm having milk. See, it's fucking funny.
That's funny. I feel like in some way that's reclaiming power. I
No,
don't know
truly,
how,
like a
but I
man-
think it is.
A man has no problem bragging.
Yeah.
So women start bragging.
Yeah. What's an out for 2026? Expensive lattes. I know caffeine is a drug. So what? Mr. Starbuck. I hate you.
Mr. Buck.
Mr. Buck. But I think lattes are getting so incredibly expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to support a local business,
Mm-hmm.
but my wallet's taking a hit of like $6.
Minimum.
I can't do that. I'm going to buy some espresso beans, make a mocha pot at home, and use my little milk steamer
Yeah.
and bring it in my to-go mug. I'm bringing my mug. That's an in. Mugs.
Okay, but also, what's your favorite dish? Demi Lovato?
Mug. My out is uniformity. Is everyone looking the same? You can see it in like plastic surgery trends. Celebrities are all starting to look the same. There is clearly a standard that
Yeah.
society is projecting as like what is beautiful right now, and I vehemently disagree. I think that individuality is what makes people beautiful, and it makes me very sad to see everyone trying to aspire to a single type of beauty. In quilts.
Ah, love a quilt.
I love quilts. I think we should be making quilts work with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should be making more art out of quiltery.
You should be quilting.
You should be quilting. They've held political significance, but
Yes,
they're also
they have.
like a fun little craft.
The AIDS quilt.
The AIDS quilt. Quilting circles would be like place for like female resistance and empowerment. Yeah.
Quilting. Who would have thought?
Quilting is huge. Quilting is huge. In kissing. Literally everyone with consent. Of appropriate age, please.
Yeah. You know what? We're not kissing enough.
No. Clubs.
You want clubs to be in?
Yeah.
Like,
Clubs?
no.
No,
Club.
like groups. Like groups. No, that's so
I
fair.
thought she meant like
No,
dancing
not
clubs. I was
dancing
like,
clubs.
excuse me, take
no,
that back.
community clubs
Yes.
and groups and
Yes, being part
book
of a village.
clubs.
We were recently in like a natural kick. I would like to bring in fake deodorant. I would like to bring that back in.
Oh, full metal
aluminum.
Full metal
Yep.
aluminum deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to be sprayed up. I don't care if you're wearing cologne. I just need, or perfume. I need some medical grade deodorant to be spread around.
To be handed out.
To be handed out.
It doesn't cause cancer. It doesn't cause cancer. I will cite research in the description proving it does not cause cancer, okay?
Out of all the things that cause cancer, deodorant on your armpits is not the concern.
Like, you can't smoke a pack of cigarettes, but tell me you use natural deodorant,
Yeah.
okay?
You rub a rock on your armpit. And like all those hacks that you're reading, like, I just put toner on. That's not enough. Not even antiperspirant. I want deodorant. Like,
Yeah. Out dating apps, in sending love letters.
I'm not anti-dating app, I don't think. I think if you can treat it appropriately, like if you can recognize its place in your life.
I trust that I can. I don't trust that other people
No,
can.
that's so true.
I don't trust the algorithm. Like, I don't trust the way the dating apps are built.
That's so fair.
Yeah. Tinder was designed as a hookup app.
Yeah.
Like, to keep people single. They were just looking for hookups. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, their algorithm has expanded, but
Now there's so many.
they wouldn't be in business if there weren't single people.
Yeah.
Like,
Leslie
anyway.
Jones had a point. Let's put all the apps on one, call it what's left.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, this is just because you had said like hookup app. You know what is so out? Snapchat. Delete it. I
haven't
don't
had
care that
Snapchat
you
for
have a
years.
2,000-day streak. I don't care. Get Duolingo if you need that little flame. Okay, but I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. So when we say know thy errors,
Especially at this time of year, reflect on your old yours retributions, learn from them, and create some New Year's resolutions.
yeah, because sometimes a resolution that you make ends up being something that you regret later on.
You learn for the next time.
Yeah, you learn for the next time. I also have a personal kind of vendetta with New Year's resolutions because I don't believe in time. I don't really believe in picking a specific time and picking that time to become this like better version of yourself, quote unquote. Like,
Yeah.
I think you can do that at any time, no matter what. And it's a lot more about like picking realistic goals for yourself.
Yeah.
And
I think that like old yours retributions and New Year's resolutions like are a productive thing to do at all times of the year. Any season.
any season.
You actually don't have to be the person you were yesterday ever again if you don't want to.
Yeah.
I also think that it's important to have old yours retributions because it means that you tried stuff and you're one step closer to knowing what you like. And so you should always have
Yeah.
retributions.
Also, sorry for being a hater. This is the one time of year we're allowed. Hope you're having a great New Year so far.
Hope you started it off with this video
Yeah.
so you know what's in and what's out.
And we'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Bibbidi bobbidi bye.
One time at fairy camp, stuck a wand in my